become the character from head to toe. And so I was thinking about like investing fully. Like we did a theme not too long ago, and you bought like a helmet that we've used several times since, but it's like metal, full on metal with spikes and
what theme was that? That was,
I think it was
just a medieval theme.
Yeah, it was a medieval theme, but I think it was Survival Quest. I think that's the theme that we did with Radigan and all that. I think that's the theme. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what if I just bought that just cause I think.
Well, you had some you had other parts of the costume because you had those two black swords. Wasn't that you, or was that somebody else?
The pirates, I think.
Oh, okay.
That was the pirate,
oh man,
I think.
Okay,
I don't remember now. I don't know.
But you bought something else with the helmet. I remember because you had like some kind of outfit. Going, and so. But that's a lot of our staff do that. Is they jump all the way in, fully invest, head to toe, and that was of course theme character, and we've used that helmet for themes or Bibles or whatever.
Probably will get used again coming up, I would imagine, at some point.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, in Gladiators. Yeah, absolutely. So
stay tuned, folks.
Yeah. So we so that's something that I think a lot of people. Okay, so Sunday school, invariably you do things off the cuff, which we do that all the time. We do things off the cuff. But, and we have in our costume room, we have we have like 5 brown robes, that are just stock and stuff. And then we have really specific costumes. And so it's very, very often, more than 50% of the time probably, that we will, on the spur of the moment, grab something and just throw it together. But the caveat, I guess, with this, there's a couple things. Is one, with theme characters especially, a lot of people buy their costumes and they're really cool, and they're that character for 16 weeks,
right?
And they have that costume. But then we have such a repertoire in our costumes that even though we might just be kind of grabbing something, we're grabbing pretty good stuff. Yes. We used to have a hodgepodge. I mean, we had flannel shirts and just random stuff. We've gotten to where now, and Anisha, of course, she runs it, but we've gotten to where now, like, we don't accept just any donation.
Right.
And so we've weeded out a lot of the stuff that is, like, not specific.
Yes.
It doesn't make sense.
Yes.
And so we
specifically some of the stuff, like, for our you think of, I think of like my childhood. Oh, for when we, and this is no snub at somebody doing this, but like grab a bed sheet and throw a sash around it, and it's like, we will, I mean, typically kind of what we are putting on is a bed sheet, but then we have a one layer, and then we have a robe, and then we have a sash, then we have a wig or a headband or a hat
or something,
and then like kind of the note saying here, which I'm sure we'll get to, is then we have a prop with it. So now we have like a scroll, or we have
we fill it all
a
out.
Walking staff. So it's like, it's not just, hey, I threw on a bed sheet. But
well, I remember. And these work well. Again, there's all kinds of different budgets and sizes and resources. So at one time we used pillowcases a lot. And so what we did is we had, there were like large pillowcases, and especially for kids that were going to be in costume, and we'd cut in the top part, we'd cut a arm or a head hole and then 2 armholes. And then usually a belt. Just to give it some shape.
Yeah. And hey, you can still have some fun with that.
Yeah.
Can't you?
And for kids, it's great.
Oh, yeah.
Like when we do our interactive stuff, we'll bring the kid. Like I brought 4 kids back today, and they got a lot more than that, but they got the special shawl things and the head deals and all that.
A couple of them had swords.
Yeah. And so, so just, and here's a key for somebody, I guess, too, is a good time to get costumes is right after Halloween.
Yeah.
Right after Halloween, because they're usually cheap, discounted, and you're getting the crummy stuff. But that's where we got all those brown robes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They're
another thing would
nice,
be just hitting up the Goodwill. I mean, you get 3, 4, 5 costumes or stuff.
Yep.
Maybe you can take those 5 and make 3 more out of combining different things for different.
Yeah, well, and like what you mentioned just a moment ago, one of the things that like Anisha does that's really good, she'll put them in our lockers, but she'll layer it.
Yeah.
And so it's like you have the pillowcase essentially on a shirt, and that's your tunic.
Yeah.
And then you have something that goes over that, and sometimes you have something that goes over that, but if not, you maybe have a belt or a shoulder thing, that goes over that, and so I've come out before and wearing it. She's like, no, that goes underneath.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
It's like, you have that on wrong or whatever. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, and then we have oftentimes we'll come back to where she runs the costumes to grab our headgear, which is because she won't always put that in the lockers, and that's either like you said, a wig or a hat. We have a bunch of wigs. I don't know, probably
of hats too.
Yeah,
you start looking and it's like, oh my goodness.
Yeah,
like
we probably
especially in the men's locker. Okay, we have like a whole shelf stacked
just
with
in the
2
guys'
to
locker
3,
plus the
then,
regular,
and then our regular area, and it's like, wow. But
so we probably got 50 hats or something.
It's a cheap accessory. It's a cheap prop.
Yeah,
that you
and
can,
it makes
like we have pirate ones, we have cowboy ones, we have regular like a trucker hat, we have.
I wonder if we still have. She keeps on trying to get rid of it, but we have this trucker hat. It's like a cap, but it's got like a long hair.
Oh my gosh, I haven't seen that in a while.
It reminds me. I don't know, for some reason, it reminds me of like the 80s Christian, quote unquote Christian guy. That's like cool Christian. Oh man. But yeah, so we have all of that, and so doing costumes. Kids love it. They love to see it. They love to dress up, but they even love seeing the characters. They like to see the characters in the costumes too.
Yep.
And then you kind of touched on it too, but props. And so it's not just your costume, and it doesn't have to be expensive. I mean, we do have some expensive stuff, but it doesn't have to be expensive to be cool.
The cheaper, the better.
Yeah.
You can get more.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you start looking around.
Like Brennan, he'll add this. And it's little touches. Sometimes it's like a little armband thing that just adds to it. Like
and be searching place. Well, this is just people. eBay.
There you go.
There's so much stuff out there. I've gotten stuff off of, I think some of the swords I got were off Etsy. And it's just,
really?
Prop. It's like, props. I just, start searring for things.
Yeah.
Like, okay. And then I was like, well, I'll try this. And then it's like, oh, well, that's not a bad deal. I mean, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
we have a bunch of swords, but I'd like to kind of go through, like, for a long time we had, those, those swords that are kind of like, they're gray blade and then the gold handle, they're really flat profile.
Yeah.
Those, we've had those for years years. They're super cheap little, I don't know where they even came from. Yeah.
They're like you said, a Hollywood, or not Hollywood, oh my goodness. Halloween costume.
Oh, yeah.
Halloween, that's what they look like. It's just
they're just little
like
prop.
That. And again, they serve the purpose.
Yeah.
They work for us.
But I'd like to go through, because stuff like that is usually pretty cheap. Swords, like toy swords. And so I'd like to go through and make them all cool. Like we have some back there, like that big pirate one with the curve.
Yes.
That was awesome, so I'd like to get some more.
We have a couple
cool
really
stuff.
like Excalibur, like it's about
really long,
3 feet tall
broadsword.
Yeah, that's a really cool one. And the great thing about that one is I think it's like a poly material. It's a polypropylene material.
Yeah,
so it's not hard, so you can kind of hit someone with it, and not like it's gonna.
Yeah, when you're doing battle.
I mean, if you swung hard enough, it's probably gonna hurt, leave a mark.
Yeah.
But it's not like something that, like I said, we have some of the ones I bought for our pirate theme a couple years back were actually wood.
Ones, yeah.
So they're marked up. There's a couple pieces chipped out.
I don't know.
And stuff
Do
like
we
that.
still have? We used to have some real ones that weren't sharp.
Yes, there are a couple. Like there's a couple like dagger like ones.
Okay, yeah. Because we had some. I remember.
We brought one into church one time, and I remember.
Yeah.
The pastor had it up on the platform for a sermon of some sort. That was back. I mean, that was back when the church was facing the other way.
Oh, that's crazy, man. So I know that it's you have to be really careful, but it's super cool when you can plan it out and choreograph it, but do a sword fight where you hear the actual tink of the metal instead of the sound effects.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's epic.
And generally, we don't choreography that very well. It's generally just a broad
Broad melee. Yeah.
Everyone just collides and chaos ensues. And
yeah,
there are people.
Usually
there's been wounds.
Usually we'll choreograph fight scenes if it's like a major plot point.
Yep.
You know, like he wins against this person or something. Yeah. So yeah, props are a good thing, and that's what I was going to say is like with props and accessories both, is that you don't have to. It's not like you have to have this big, expensive costume. A lot of times you just add little touches here and there, and it makes a big difference.
Right.
And then the final thing there too is how you act. Like get into the character, and like slouch if you're kind of humble or timid or whatever, or be bold and brash and come sauntering in or whatever. So there's little things, and we're not talking about acting a whole bunch, but that's all of that. It's a cumulative
helps
effect.
with the character. Yeah. Helps.
It personifies it.
Helps round it. Yeah. It's just. It's a completion of the character if you're following kind of how that character is. If they're supposed to be a sneaky kind of guy, he'll kind of be like a sly kind of maybe just
and sometimes the kids make mistakes, but a lot of times if you're doing it well, you can come out and the kids know right away if you're a bad guy or a good guy, even though they have never seen your character before. Because if you're doing it right, they're like, oh, something's wrong. Something's off. He's bad. He's evil.
And some of the actors that we have playing are generally always the bad guy.
Always the bad guy.
A giveaway.
Brother Keach, he is our resident bad guy, as we say all the time.
Yep.
And so he was, of course, Achan today. But he was Elisha the prophet.
Yes.
In practice, he's like,
a couple weeks ago.
Wait, what? Did I read that right? I'm a good guy. I'm Elisha.
Yes.
So I told him today, I was like, well, we didn't want you to get a big head, so you're back to being
bad guy.
Oh, man.
We stoned him and burnt his whole family. He made emphasis at the end. I don't know if you're in there as they were dragging him out to be stoned. He's like, and you're going to burn my family too, right? They're going to burn, right?
Well, what was funny is we did, this is not probably biblically accurate, which I do want to talk about, but we did a little chase scene, and he was trying to kind of get away, and Sadie, which is his real daughter, and we were pretending like it's his daughter too. She got away. She just ran backstage. I was like, hey, wait a minute.
I see. I was like, well, find the rest of his family too, and make sure you stone them all.